What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see if we get some music going on here. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the music this time. Let's do this. Okay. Let's get the live set up on TikTok. What's up? What's up? The brother man has returned. And oh, there's my camera. So what I'm about to show you is how me and a bunch of people are able, how can you can fix your credit in 6 steps. What are the 6 steps to fixing your credit? That's what I'm going to show you today. And I might actually give you a sneak peek in some of the training, the exclusive credit training that we provide our customers, our affiliates, our clients, our students. You're going to get to see access to the exclusive training that we give, that you have access to as a member of MyEcon's My Credit System. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in today. Let me see who we get. The private chat. We get the, all right. So let me go ahead and get into this. What steps do you think you would take if you were starting from a 500 credit score? You want to get up to the 700, 800 score. What steps would you take? Let me know in the comments. What steps would that consist of? I'm going to show you right here. All right. Make sure we can see each other. There we go. So right now I'm giving you a sneak peek into the My Credit System. And to answer your question, what 6 steps would you take to fix your credit? First, you would pull your credit report, freeze your secondary bureaus. Oh yeah, TikTok can't see what I'm talking about. All right, here we go. I'm about to get me a tripod. Anyway, anybody know where to get a good tripod for this thing? Freeze your secondary bureaus. And I'm going to kind of give my reaction to what these things mean. Check for errors. What's up, Otis Prince? Christina Davis. Start the dispute process. Lower your credit utilization. And build good credit. So those are the 6 steps right there. Pull your credit reports, freeze your secondary bureaus, check for errors, dispute negative items and erroneous marks on your credit report, lower your credit utilization, and then build new trade lines, build good credit from this. And this right here is what you're looking at as the exclusive training that members of the My Credit System get. So now, let's start with number 1. Pull your credit report. Now, where are some of the places y'all are going to get your credit reports? I know a lot of people get it from places like Credit Karma, different apps. But now, did you know that there's really one official place to get your credit report for free anyway? There's actually a certified place to get your credit reports for free. Were you aware of that? And that is annualcreditreport.com. Here, I can show you right here. Annualcreditreport.com. This is free game right here. And what that allows you to do, right now, you can go to this website. Normally, you would go to this website, get a free credit report once a year from the 3 bureaus. Right now, you can do so once a week. Ever since COVID started, you can go there once a week and pull your credit reports because of what the what people were noticing, there was a lot of fraud and all kinds of craziness going on during the pandemic. So they allowed you to check your credit reports once a week from annualcreditreport.com. You can still do it. And I highly recommend that you do that. And in fact, if you're starting to rebuild your credit, if you're trying to build your credit or rebuild from a poor score up to a good score, this is where you want to start, because you want to actually see what's on your credit report. And it's very important that you do so, because your credit report obviously is going to have your credit accounts that you are in good standing, that you've made payments on. It's going to have derogatory items like collections, charge-offs, etc., stuff like that. But you're also going to see a lot of crazy stuff. You might see other people's names on your credit report. You might see your name misspelled on your credit report. I'm a fourth generation, right? I've seen my dad on my credit report. I've seen my ex-wife on the credit report. My name is George. You can see a Jorge on your credit report. So that's stuff that you want to note and pull. And when you go to your credit report, you can see all that stuff. That way you know where you're starting from. That way you know where to go when you know where to start from. So annualcreditreport.com is the free resource to do so. Now, a lot of people ask where I get a good, accurate score. Where have y'all been getting your credit scores from? A lot of people will go to places like Credit Karma, like I said, or different apps to get the credit score. And a lot of places will get a Vantage 3 score, which is okay, but it's not going to give you the complete picture that you need to have. So this is where this other site comes in that you have to pay for, My FICO, but it's going to give you not only your credit reports, but it's going to give you all of your FICO scores from all three bureaus if you decide to pay for it, or whatever bureau that you want to get. It's going to give you access to that. It's going to give you all your FICO scores, your FICO 2, 5, 8, 9, and 10, whether it be for the mortgage, for the auto loans, or for retail credit cards. It's going to give you all that information. That way you get a complete picture of what your credit looks like. That's another source that I highly recommend. I personally use. Especially I used it right before we was about to buy a house. I had to see what was going on, what my mortgage scores look like. And you can get that information from My FICO. So let's see how long this video. Let's take a look at this video right here.
Step 1. Pull your credit report. Before you can begin to fix, build, and maintain your credit, you must first determine what is being reported and how it is negatively affecting your score. Annualcreditreport.com is the only source for free credit reports authorized by federal law. When you visit this website, you will click on the button, Request Your Free Credit Reports. To maintain the security of your file, you will be asked for some information that only you would know, like the amount of your monthly mortgage payment. Each credit bureau may ask you for different information because the information each bureau has in your file may come from different sources. You will need to answer identification questions to verify your identity. Once you do, you will be given access to your credit report and have the opportunity to print or download your credit file.
What we got going on
if you answer a question incorrectly, you will be blocked from pulling your credit file and will be instructed to mail a photocopy of identification documents to prove your identity. This process could take more than a week to complete. Annualcreditreport.com also does not provide you with credit scores. The two most common credit scoring models are FICO and Vantage. FICO has been a 30-year industry standard and 90% of lenders use the FICO scoring model. We recommend myfico.com as an alternate source to annualcreditreport.com. You should purchase the Premier plan, which will give you access to your credit report from all three bureaus as well as your FICO scores. This helps you not only see what is reported on your credit file, but you also receive your FICO scores for each credit bureau. MyFICO.com will also require that you answer a few identification questions before you are given access to your credit file and scores. An advantage with using MyFICO is if you get an answer incorrect and get blocked from your credit file, you can call my FICO customer service, and they will assist you over the phone and help you gain access to your credit file immediately.
All right, so those tuning in on TikTok, what you're looking at, I'm giving you a sneak peek into my online training, the My Credit system. You are getting a sneak peek at access to what our members, what our students, what our affiliates, what our clients get access to when they join the My Credit system with My Econ. That's what I'm showing you today. Let me take a look, see what kind of comments we got here. Got some people tuning in on YouTube. Appreciate everybody tuning in on YouTube. Let me know if you have any credit questions or any questions about what you see. And I'm going to go back to step number 2 on how you can fix your credit. And that's freezing your secondary bureau. Now, were you aware that there are smaller companies that report various aspects of your personal data to the credit bureaus? Were you aware that? Yeah, see, there's actually secondary consumer reporting agencies that send information to the big 3 bureaus. And the 4 biggest we're going to show you here are Advanced Resolution Services, Innovus, LexisNexis, and SageStream. Those are the 4 biggest. But there's actually 50 of these companies that do this, and they specialize. They public records. Some do medical records. Some do renting, apartment records, employment screen, and all kinds of stuff. They report that stuff to the bureaus. So one of the first things that we teach is to freeze those accounts, especially. And the reason why you want to do that is because you don't want that stuff reporting to the bureaus, especially stuff that the companies that are tied and reporting negative items to the credit report or erroneous items to the credit bureaus. You want to freeze that. That way it gives you the opportunity. You want to make it harder. You want to make it easier on you to clean up aspects of your credit. See, why this is important. Fair Credit Reporting Act gives you the right to dispute any item on your credit report. And the bureaus have to prove whatever item you dispute is yours. They have to prove it. They have to verify it. If it's unverified, it gets removed. Now, obviously, if they find it to be inaccurate or items are out of date, they get removed too. But they have to verify whatever item on your credit report. So if you make it harder to verify an item, even if it's yours, you increase your chances of cleaning up that item off your credit report. Let's take a moment to look at what this consists of here.
Step 2. Freeze secondary bureaus. Most consumers know about the 3 major nationwide credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. While most lenders use one or all 3 of these bureaus to pull your credit history, these aren't the only credit reporting agencies. There are several smaller agencies called specialty consumer reporting agencies that collect and sell different types of consumer information to businesses who need to make a decision about you. Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion oftentimes build your credit file with information received from these specialty consumer reporting agencies. When you request negative items on your credit report to be validated, many times the credit bureaus do not validate with the original creditor, but instead validate the information from the specialty consumer reporting agency. There are over 50 different types of specialty consumer reporting agencies that may have data on you. The type of information reported by these agencies is employment history, bank account usage, apartment rental history, car insurance claims, medical records, credit inquiries, public records such as bankruptcies and liens, and other data. Just like with the three main credit bureaus, you can request a copy of your credit file to see what is being reported.
All right, so as you see that, see all that different type of data that shows up that the three bureaus rely on these smaller companies to report, to verify information, all those items. And so you want to take advantage of your consumer rights. And this program shows you how to do that. It shows you step by step how to do that. As you see, we give you video training. And in fact, when you get to this step here, when you want to freeze your secondary bureaus, we give you the links to the 4 biggest secondary consumer agencies, along with the list of the 50 secondary consumer agencies. So you get a special medical collections. There's certain agencies that do medical collections. So you would freeze these 4, you would pull up this document here, look up the secondary consumer agency that deals with medical records, freeze that account. You can actually ask to pull that report and see what's on those. A lot of people don't know that you get so many different credit reports for these agencies as well. But now, what's step number 3? Let's take a look at that. Check for errors. So let's pull this up. Some common errors. I'm going to share this tab here. What are some common errors? Here are some common errors that people have on their credit report that could be linking into bad debt or other people's debt or some fraudulent information, identity errors. You could have wrong name, phone number, address, birth date, accounts belonging to another person, inaccurate social security number, identity theft things. Often bureaus will have multiple spellings of your name, a nickname. You should only have one name listed on your credit report. So if you got more than one name, you want to go back and clean that off. Notate, that's why you got to review your credit reports. Your credit report may also contain several listings of addresses. So you want to only have your current address on your credit report. And that's what we show you how to do. We show you how to go through and clean those type of errors off your credit report. Now, how do you go about doing that? When you go and start the dispute process. And let me turn this around here real quick. I'm going to stop sharing for a second because I want to show you something pretty special. All right, so how do you start the dispute process? Well, you're going to start it by sending letters to the credit bureaus. Now, what letters do you send? How do you write them? Well, this video training shows you what letters to send and when to send them. But I'm going to show you a tool that makes it easy for you. In fact, the training actually shows you where the credit bureau's addresses. You get all that. That discusses the proper way to send a dispute letter. Did you know that why you should never dispute items online? You know why you should never dispute items online? Because the law, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, gives you certain rights. And when you dispute online, you do what's called an expedited dispute. An expedited dispute allow the credit bureaus not have to follow certain procedures to verify information. They allow you, so it allows them not to give you a method of verification, which is basically how they verified a particular item. So maybe you disputed a collection and they came back and said that collection is yours. You have the right to ask them, how did you get that information? And so, but when you do an electronic dispute, you can't do that. So a lot of people don't know that. But I will show you a process that makes it easy to write dispute letters. And here is the create a dispute letter. Now, so let's say you got an item, some things you want to dispute on your credit report. The first thing you want to do, like we mentioned, you want to clean up erroneous things, erroneous spellings of names, old addresses, and the like. You're going to come here to an identity dispute letter. And with our create a dispute letter, you're going to come here, you're going to highlight what you're disputing, and then hit download letter, and you'll get something similar to this, right? It creates a letter for you. That way, all you have to do is get it notarized and sent off to the bureaus. Simple stuff. Now, after you have that address, after you clean up erroneous personal data on your credit report, now it's time to dispute the actual derogatory items. You're going to come here to these first top 4 letters. These are called 609 dispute letters. These top 4. The verification letter, the method of verification, violation of FCR rates, and intent to litigate. These are the 609 letters that we use to dispute negative items. The video training walks you step by step on when you send them, how long you wait, where you need to send these letters to. But for example, when you come to send this, when you use the create a dispute letter, this tool that we have, you highlight which bureau you're sending them to. You put the name and the account number as it shows up on your credit report, include notary, and then hit download letter, and then it will print the letter for you. Nice and easy. So our system makes it easy for you. Makes it a whole lot easier for you. Now I'm running a little short on time, so let's go back to the training here. We got 2 more steps. So you went through the dispute process. You cleaned up as many things as you can. Now it's time to rebuild your credit score. Step 5, credit utilization. Why is this important? Let's see how long this video. It's only a minute, so let's play this.
Step 5, credit utilization. The toughest part of fixing your credit is removing negative items from your credit report. This is because you have to petition the credit bureaus and creditors to remove the negative marks on your credit report. You are not in total control when it comes to removing negative marks. However, with credit utilization, you have complete control. You can make a dramatic impact on your credit score by simply paying down your revolving credit. Revolving credit is a type of credit that allows you to draw money from the account up to your credit limit. Then as you repay it, the amount of credit available to you rises again. There are 3 primary types of revolving credit: credit cards, personal lines of credit, and home equity lines of credit. Credit utilization is based solely on revolving credit. Essentially, your credit cards and lines of credit. Installment loans like your mortgage or an auto loan do not factor into your credit utilization. We recommend using the debt snowball elimination method to quickly pay off your revolving credit. The debt snowball method is a debt reduction strategy where you pay off the debt in order of smallest to largest, gaining momentum as you knock out each balance. When the smallest debt is paid in full, you roll the money you were paying on that debt into the next smallest balance. Aim to keep the balance below 30% of your available credit. Credit scores are highly sensitive to your credit utilization ratio. A credit utilization ratio of 10% or below is a healthy goal to shoot for in order to get the best credit score possible. The lower your credit utilization ratio, the better.
All right. So credit utilization is 30% of your score. You want your credit card balances and all your lines of credit to be 10% or below of your limit. Doing so will cause your credit score to skyrocket. We should give you some tools and some strategies how to get that done. In fact, a strategy that I use is called income shifting. And what income shifting was, in a nutshell, the biggest part of income shifting was I adjusted my W-4 and giving me an instant pay raise, uh, an increase in take-home pay, and took that extra money and paid down my balances. And I employed that snowball method, was mentioned in the video, to quickly eliminate debt a lot faster than just making minimum payments. Now let's go to step 6, and then we're going to get up off of here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. How long is this video here? Build good credit. Now, so we went on the offense by disputing negative items. Now we got to go on defense to build good credit. And this is especially important if you're starting over or if you're just getting started. A lot of people don't know where to go to start building credit. We're going to show you a couple of different things. Credit builder loan programs and secured credit cards. Now, why these are very powerful tools to use is because they often don't, they have a high rate of acceptance. You can start these pretty easily. Of course, it requires your own money to start these things, but it allows you to open up new trade lines that will increase your credit limit and allow you to develop some good positive payment history. We get access to a variety of different tools here. What a credit builder loan is basically a glorified savings account, and every time you make a payment or a deposit, it gets reported to the bureaus. Let's go ahead and check this out. See, give you a preview of this.
Step
here.
6. Build credit. The final step in having a great credit score is to start building good credit. If you have had a sketchy past, you can start making a change. Building good credit is an excellent way to show your future creditors that you are becoming a responsible borrower. Authorized user. The quickest way to start building credit is by becoming an authorized user on someone's credit card who has an excellent payment history for that particular card. When you become an authorized user, you will inherit the payment history of the credit card you are on. This can give you a significant boost in your credit score. Find a relative or friend who has a card with perfect payment history, low credit utilization, and long credit history. The longer the better. Ask them to do you a favor by adding you as an authorized user. Credit builder loan. Another great way to build credit is by applying for a credit builder loan. These are loans that are given to you for the sole purpose of rebuilding your credit. With credit builder loans, the financial institution loans you a set amount of money and puts that money in a frozen certificate of deposit with your name on it. Each month, you pay a small amount on that loan until the loan is paid off. The financial institution reports your monthly on-time payments to the credit bureaus, and once the loan is paid off, the certificate of deposit is unfrozen, giving you access to use the money however you wish. There are several credit builder loan programs available. We recommend the 2 credit loan builder programs below. Secure credit card. Secure credit cards are a great way to get back on your credit building feet. With a secure credit card, you make a deposit of $250 to $500 on a card. You are then able to use that card just like a normal credit card. The card is secured by your deposit, but you make monthly payments on the card just as you would an unsecured credit card. Over time, as you make on-time payments and your credit score starts to improve, you can then qualify and switch to an unsecured credit card. Below is a list of secured credit cards that are excellent for individuals building or rebuilding their credit.
All right. So those are the 6 steps to going from a poor credit score to a good credit score. Now, do these strategies work? Let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to take a look at some results that people have had. Here we're going through some of the steps here, but you just saw here. Step 3, step 4. Now here I highlight on my Instagram page the 4 steps. But all right, so here we got an example of here of someone that was able to get, let's see who did they get removed. Some credit cards, finance, old cell phone bill. All right, let's go to the next one. Here we got 12 accounts removed. What are they? Credit card, old department store cards, all right. A medical collection as well. A lot of people don't realize you can have student loans removed from your credit report. Here we got an example of that, both Navient and Department of Education. Two collections account on this one. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all can't, are y'all able to see this? Y'all hadn't seen a thing on Instagram. Hold on. There we go. Well, we can go back here. All right, so this one's got a bunch of repossession and a bunch of other items removed from the credit report. Here we've got collection account, multiple collections accounts removed from the credit report.
Increase my cash flow by $200 every month on my current job, and by utilizing the My Credit system, I've been able to remove 2 student loans and increase my credit score over 200 points. I started at a 498 and I'm sitting at a 698 right now. And
Here we got Latoya. She was able to remove a bunch of collections and different things, and it was in position to buy a new car. Another old credit card. This one is student loans, I believe. Joseph Escano removed a bunch of student loans and other debt. This is my own personal story. Increased my credit score over 200 points, removing 5 different collections accounts. This is a cleaning up your personal data, like addresses, as one of the collections that got removed. So as you see, this system works. This system works. So if you want to get access to this, you go to the link in my bio. If you're watching on YouTube, I put the link is in the description. If you're on TikTok, go to the link in my bio, send me a message directly, and I'll send you the website address. So, hey, 6 steps. You can go from a poor credit score to an excellent credit score, and we show you how to do it. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and I will holler at you later. Peace.